I'm gay, right? He says, yeah, I know.
When he asked you that?
This is the other day I was coming home from
We're live.
Hello, ghost fans, hunters, and skeptics. Today is Wednesday, October 24th of 2018, and it is also National Bologna Day. That's right. National Bologna Day is dedicated to...
Tom, it's
What?
baloney.
What?
Baloney.
Bologna.
Baloney.
Bologna. Bologna.
I don't think that's how we pronounce it here.
So when we go to Italy and we don't go to Bologna, we go to Bologna?
Yes.
No, it's Bologna. Bologna, that smoked and seasoned sausage, popular in our sandwiches. Sometimes we even fry it up. Good stuff. Normally, though, in America, you are right, it is spelled bologna with a B-A-L-O-N-E-Y. But the traditional spelling, B-O-L-O-G-N-A, Bologna. And its name comes from the city of Bologna, which is in Italy. I think we went there once, didn't we?
Maybe.
We might have gone through there, where they used the mortadella, a pork sausage. So it was really good. Bologna over there has a different flavor, different feel, different taste. The bologna that's popular here in the States is kind of processed and not very appetizing. But you get the real stuff, and it can be made with anything from turkey to chicken to venison or a combination of them all. And I think that's what bologna actually is, a combination of different meat.
Yeah, that's why I really don't eat it.
Yeah. You know, and so the United States, it is finely ground so that the undesirable pieces of meat are not noticeable. And there's different types of bologna out there, whether you like a German style or kosher style or like a different variations from different parts of the United States have different types of bologna and different ways they fix them and everything. So if you like bologna, today is your day. Get a big hunk of bologna, stick it on some bread with your favorite condiments, and enjoy a tasty meal. National Bologna Day.
But bologna.
Oh, gosh, Phoenix. Anyway, I'm your full of bologna host, Tom. And with me in the studio is the full of bologna unpaid intern, Phoenix.
Woo.
Yeehaw. We do have a great show planned for you tonight, as we do every show. Now, sit back, relax, and allow me and Phoenix here to be your guides into the familiar unknown.
ready.
Whew, man, that song was about ready to put me to sleep.
Well, I was looking something up. I was actually looking up the artist of the song.
And what is the name of that fabulous piece of
It's
our musical interlude today?
Art of Silence by UniQ on YouTube.
All right, yeah, it's about ready to put me to sleep. But hello, Ghost fans. Welcome back. Oh, I'm so tired now. To those of you new to our show, let me tell you who we are at the Skeptic Sanctum. We might be a group of people that may or may not live in a dark basement full of enchanted items needed to destroy any kind of evil mythological monster or demon should they rise up against humanity. Or we are just a team of individuals interested in the paranormal and the supernatural who simply want to believe. But we also want proof. And of course, we want the facts. And now for the format of our show. Because those of you who have tuned in with us before, we are not your normal paranormal show. It is our goal at the Skeptic Sanctum to take you, the paranormal fans, the ghost hunters, the supernatural skeptics, and others on a humorous yet informational ride through the paranormal genre. So our formula is very simple. We are 25% facts, 25% fun, 25% beer, because that's what keeps me in a chair, and 25% stuff we make up as we go along. And since the correct spelling of baloney, B-O-L-O-G-N-A, Bologna, has
Baloney.
7 letters,
Baloney.
we at the Skeptic Sanctum always give you, the ghost fans, supernatural, skeptics, paranormal pundits, ectoplasm collectors, and whomever, 107% of pure paranormal education, entertainment, and fun.
Woohoo!
And as always, we are live for tonight's show. Live from our brand new studio. In fact, if you think about it, we are always live somewhere within the space-time continuum. Especially tonight. And possibly, we were live somewhere in the past. But we will be live in the future when you happen to replay this broadcast at a later date. It's like we're there all over again.
Woo!
So we're always live someplace. So if you miss us or just want to hear us, come on in and look at one of the old shows, and we'll be live with you right then. And as we continue, we at the Skeptic Sanctum plan to bring you, this year and next, more guests, more remotes from events, which we'll talk about a few that we have upcoming, and even being more skepticaler. Yeah, like we weren't skeptically enough already.
Skeptical enough?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Words.
Right. And how can you keep track of us? Well, those of you that are listening in already know. Go to the Skeptic Sanctum Facebook page, or Lantern Paranormal Facebook page, or a host of other affiliated pages, so you can find out our whereabouts, where we're at, when we're going to be on, what we're going to be talking about.
Woo! We also got Discord.
Ooh, that's a brand new thing.
Yeah, it's a chat service. Yeah, it's designed for gamers, but it's actually really user-friendly in the way that, like, you don't have to download anything. And if you really don't want to, you don't even have to actually make an account. Making an account just makes your life easier if you continue to use their service. But it's like, you can log on, quote, log on.
Log on.
Yeah.
Log on.
Yeah, log on with air quotes.
Right.
With a username, and you can have a temporary account for the duration of your usage with it. And then you don't have to worry about emails or anything. Now, for my server, I have it set up in our general chat where it'd be preferred if you had one, but it's not required to have an account.
All right. So, in the future, what are our plans for Discord? Will people be able to call into the show?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
The plan is to use Discord as our way of calling people and having them call us.
So if somebody wanted to join the show, just to call in and say hi or ask a question.
If a viewer wanted to call in,
oh my gosh,
they're on the server, all they have to do is tell us either while they're on the server or in the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page, and we will give them the link, and they can get in. Now, the only downside, though, is they will need to make an account to be a guest.
Right.
So, for those who are a little iffy on making accounts with things, sorry about that. But that's mostly for security purposes.
Wow. So when do we plan to launch this opportunity for people to join the show?
Soon.
Soon.
Within the next month or two.
Within the next month?
That's the goal.
All right, within the next month, and we'll put out guidance of how somebody that's not computer savvy can actually go in through this Discord and call in.
Yeah, we'll do
Step-by-step instructions.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Mom was waving her hands.
Say hi to John Shahady.
Shahady!
Hello, John!
I need your deer rice chili thing.
Deer rice chili.
Deer rice chili recipe.
All right. So, anyway, we got Discord coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So, we'll get instructions out to everybody. So, if somebody wants to call into the show, they can. Oh my gosh. That'll be so cool. That'll be so much fun.
Oh, and we have 2 people on the YouTube chat right now. Jillian and Brian. Both hello. And, yes, Brian, you can definitely uninstall Skype. I've completely gotten rid of that from my life. And Jillian, we will make sure to say hi to Raven, wherever she may be.
She's upstairs hiding in her attic.
Wow, so we got people tuning in tonight too. That is awesome.
She's brewing stuff. You know who Jillian is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So, now for tonight's show. So, Phoenix, what are we talking about tonight?
Tonight, we are talking about things like how to summon demons and talk to ghosts and communing with the dead. All these things.
You know, I think I commute with the dead every morning on the bus at 5:30.
I feel dead in the morning too, but that doesn't mean I am dead.
Yeah, but the commuting with the dead.
Commuting with the dead?
Yeah, commuting with the dead. And everybody on the bus.
No, Tom.
What?
Communing. Not commuting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Communing.
I totally okay. Commuting. Sorry, I thought you said commuting because normally that 6 o'clock in the morning bus is
pretty dead.
Yeah, pretty dead.
Everyone's a little dead inside.
Yeah,
very dead on the outside. Are there some zombies on there too, or something?
Well, I seen some people walking around at that time in the morning, and yeah, they look like zombies.
Did they not have coffee yet?
I guess not because they are dead. Dead. Anyway, okay, so...
And Danielle says hello.
Hello, Danielle. Long time no see. And so we're summoning demons and communing with the dead. Now, there are a lot of different ways, I'm assuming, that people can do this.
Yeah, well, there's this one, it was called Charlie, and this was really popular with high school kids.
Charlie,
yeah.
Charlie the Unicorn.
What? Yeah, no.
That's Charlie the Unicorn.
Hey,
Charlie, come with us. We're not going to steal your kidneys. Yeah.
Wrong Charlie.
Yeah, that is the wrong Charlie. And don't put up Charlie in a chocolate factory either, even though he is kind of demonic if you think about it.
Yeah. This Charlie.
Ah, yes.
This Charlie.
The Charlie Challenge. Very good. Charlie, can we play? I think that was the phrase that the kids would use. And supposedly you have this mat on the table, whatever, yes, no, and you have crossed pencils.
Yeah.
And supposedly somehow through some unknown, unseen, unfelt force, the pencil starts turning and spinning.
Yeah, like it's supposed to work kind of like a pendulum does.
Right.
And it's supposed to, like, the top pencil, because it's like, on top and it's kind of free floating there, balanced on both sides and floating. It's supposed to turn to either yes or no.
Right. And so this works, huh?
That's what I've heard.
So I wonder what makes... I know if they're balancing the pencils on top of one another, I know gravity can play tricks, or, if people move, or, the shaking of the floor or something.
Yeah, if someone breathes too hard.
Yeah. for me, I think even balancing a pencil on top of one another would be difficult enough.
I mean, yeah, in the picture I have here, you can actually see the one end with the eraser is actually like sitting down.
Right.
So you'd have to do it like colored pencils or like something like that that don't have erasers.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe one day on a Skeptic Sanctum, once we have a camera system set up that's in addition to Facebook Live, that we'll actually go ahead and do the Charlie Challenge.
Yeah.
Guess what?
And
we're going to try out a camera tonight, aren't we? Later, after the show.
Yep, we do have a camera because we picked up. We don't know if it's going to work yet or not, but we did pick up a sort of a night vision type camera.
It's supposed to be a security camera, I think.
Or like a baby monitor camera.
Okay.
Well, it works in low light, but when we do a seance, we're going to be broadcasting live from a seance with Gregory Nicholas on Halloween night. One of the best nights ever to do.
And it's a Wednesday, so it's already showtime anyways.
Yeah, hamburger.
Oh,
we'll be on longer, and it should be a lot of fun. And hopefully this camera will work, and you all will be able to see the seance as it's happening, and hopefully
better quality than last time.
Yeah, last time you couldn't see anything except for a couple floating orbs or something.
Yeah, somebody thought that it was pretty cool though, because people thought they saw like movement in the back and whatnot like that. But we're gonna try to up our game a little bit this year, and hopefully even up it again next year.
Right.
But I do have to say, Tom, Brian just confessed that it was always him lifting his knees against the table slightly.
Damn it, Brian! I knew that. I know
You
could just
Brian Byers?
no.
Oh, okay.
This is my Brian.
You're Brian.
I have a Brian. I know, right?
Wow.
I knew it was Brian.
I thought it was Brian
all the time.
Last week from site.
No, I knew it was Brian all the time. I knew the knee thing, and now he just confirmed it. So.
John Shahady asked that we announce something.
Oh.
Oh, what's that?
Don't forget, November 2nd and 3rd is Toys for Tots that weekend at Bloodview Haunted House. Bring an unwrapped toy and receive $5 off admission.
All right.
All right.
Well, that was very quiet. The microphone did not pick you up.
So the weekend of the 2nd of November at Bloodview, the haunted house.
And the 3rd.
And the 3rd.
Same weekend.
Take a toy, unwrapped, new toy, and get $5 off.
At Bloodview
Haunted House, where we did a show about a month ago. Good times.
Our opening show.
Yes, it was. It was awesome. So we have the Charlie Challenge. The pencils move without anybody seemingly touching them, but we know it's Brian using his knees to manipulate the table.
Yeah.
Gosh, I knew that.
Yeah. Let's see. What is next? Well, there's another thing that kind of reminds me of this aside from pendulums.
Pendulum.
Oh, hey, look. You have
I happen to have a pendulum right here. It looks like a cat turd.
Yeah, kind of does.
But it's a weight on a chain.
It comes to a point.
And it comes to a point.
And this one just so happens to be a little wooden one that kind of looks like a spinning top, but like the way it was formed, it also kind of looks like a little cat turd, like a dingleberry.
Yep. I've seen these in the cat litter box.
Oh, you keep talking about her. Guess what? She's coming in here now.
All right. Well, anyway, this has the same effect as the Charlie Challenge.
It kind of seems like it does, but those are usually a bit more complicated and things like that, and they usually have a bigger, more extravagant mat.
I know, if you're looking at the screen where we have the pencils in a cross formation with yes, no, yes.
Yeah.
You could actually use the pendulum because, if you're trying to talk to a spirit or a demon or whoever, sometimes the pendulum will start moving, one way or the other. And I've actually seen the pendulum work before, so, some of that unexplainable stuff that I don't know how it did it. And even me being a skeptic, I decided that I was going to hold the pendulum. And you know what?
You got it to work?
It still moved. It changed directions and and I wasn't doing anything moving my fingers to make it move or anything like that. It just started going on its own. So it was kind of freaky, actually.
That is pretty freaky. So moving on from pendulums and such.
Yeah.
We have Ouija boards.
Yes. The fabulous Ouija mug.
What?
The Ouija mug.
We have a mug with the picture on it.
Right.
Nice.
The Ouija board. So what about the Ouija board? Now, the Ouija boards in itself have a very bad reputation of being totally evil.
I think we can all agree that, like, either somebody's really weird and crazy and will move the thing on their own, these things are possessed, and are portals to the underworld, and demons will come through them, and they don't have anything better to do with their time, and they'll, like, haunt houses, possess people, throw things at things, and cause harm and destruction.
Right. Now, a lot of people attest to these that, and can use them. Now, we did try it once on the Skeptic Sanctum. And it just didn't work for us.
Yeah, we did this once, and we what was it, Zozo or something like that? Is
the one thing. Right.
Yeah, it's Zozo because I knew it wasn't Zaza because Zaza just doesn't sound cool. It's Zozo because the N is next to the O, and it was I remember it was the Z and then the one of the vowels on the far end of the board.
Yeah.
And it goes woo 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 back and forth real quick, and that's how you know you're dead.
Yeah, right.
You're in deep cat dingleberries.
Knee deep in them, that's for sure.
This is our mascot.
So supposedly, I'm reading some rules of the Ouija board on the internet.
Oh, I know. One of the big ones is don't ask it when you're gonna die.
I mean. Yeah, don't ask anybody that. That's just crazy.
I mean, the only time you should ever ask that, if you need to, is if you are dying on, your hospital bed, and you're like, Doctor, how much time do I have left? And the doc goes, 10 seconds ago.
That reminds me of a joke.
Oh?
There was an American service member, and he got shot down. He was in bad shape. And they took him to a field hospital that was run by Australians.
Okay.
And he's in a lot of pain, and he wakes up, and, he couldn't move, he couldn't feel his body, and he looks up at the nurse, said, "Did I come here to die?" And the nurse replied, "No, you didn't come here to die, you came here yesterday."
Oh my God.
All right. Anyway.
Wow. Wow.
Back to the Ouija board.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Some other rules for the Ouija board: never use a Ouija board alone. That is bad news. Now, even in the movie Ouija or the Ouija, the summoning or something, the one girl was using it alone, and something bad happened to her. I think she got sucked into the fireplace or something. I don't know. But never use the Ouija board alone.
Right. Well, I mean, at least not without supervision.
Yeah, I guess.
I know there was I can't remember, it was oh yeah, I remember, 2 years ago, not even, because it was while we were living in this current house. It was the first ghost hunt to be broadcasted live.
Oh my gosh.
On TV.
Yeah, that was wow.
That was wow. And they had the one chick in the house and with the dude, and the dude freaked out and had to leave the room. She stayed in there with the Ouija board, or no, it was the other way around. The dude stayed in there with the Ouija board. I guess his reaction made me think he was a little bit more feminine. But anyways,
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Usually it's the women who usually stay behind, and usually the men will freak out and leave. Have you not noticed that, mostly it's women who do the paranormal investigating, and men are kind of
yeah, how many times has your mom been sent forward to do something?
Yeah, the guys always seem to, back out.
I know, we have Jason, the master, on here, and I know he sends Mary out in front of him all the time.
Wait.
But anyways...
Now, I have to say, when I go on a ghost hunt, I don't run from the noise. I run to the noise.
You're a skeptic. You're different.
Oh, okay.
I meant the believers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The believers are they're more terrified. Even my one best friend, he's he doesn't even want to go to the one bar that's Bobby Mackey's that's down near his hometown because it's haunted and whatnot. He doesn't want to even be on that street.
Oh, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a big street though.
I'll go have a beer there.
It's actually a really weird bar. I wouldn't go there during operating hours.
That's the only time I would go there. And then I would.
The point was that I was getting to with the dude on the TV was he was in there alone and he was like freaking out still.
Yeah,
and there was a camera on him. So I mean, he wasn't alone. He was being supervised, but he was physically alone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it don't matter if that camera's in there. I know 2 girls that were ghost hunting, and I think it was
If you want to talk,
Roger's
you gotta
house?
get closer.
It was in the Rogers house.
Yeah, I remember.
I think this computer here is blocking my voice.
No, it's because you're all the way over there and it's only supposed to pick up such close
Okay,
range.
I'll scoot closer.
Well, anyway, there's more rules for the Ouija board. That if a spirit identifies himself as Zozo, as Phoenix has said, say goodbye immediately, because Zozo's a bad spirit, supposedly. Don't use a Ouija board in a cemetery.
But that's when you should use it.
I'm thinking that's the best place to use a Ouija board, in a cemetery.
Oh, we got major conversation going on here about men and women.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, right.
Yeah, Jason says, I crawl into creepy spaces, claustrophobic places. I have many times.
Rock on, Jason.
And say hi to Brenda Todd. She is also now watching.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. And let's see, what else about Ouija boards? If you're experiencing depression, avoid using a Ouija board.
So 90% of millennials don't use a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Bad for your health.
If you're on Zoloft, don't use a Ouija board.
Or Lexapro.
Yeah, or whatever. Never
Yeah.
burn a Ouija board.
But
Never burn it.
But that's how you got rid of the spirits. If you
No,
already
it
closed
it,
up.
it unleashes them, I guess. I don't know. This can do more damage than leaving it untouched in a closet. And make sure, now I knew this one, the little doohickey thingy that you put your fingers on and slide around the board.
Yeah.
Store that away from the Ouija board.
Why?
Because supposedly, if they start touching, it's like it's opening some sort of like portal to some other realm, and demons can just like come and go.
Well, that's cool, but, not cool at the same time, because I don't want demons coming and going as they please. They can go as much as they please, but not, they gotta ask to come.
Yeah. Now, we did test that theory, and we left the thing on the Ouija board, like, for weeks.
Yeah, I remember this, and nothing too weird happened.
The cat threw up on it, but she throws up on everything.
Yeah, I think she knocked it off the table, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, a spirit did it. No, it was a cat.
The cat puked on it and then knocked it off the table.
so that's what the cat does. So anyway, that's the Ouija board. I think we've talked about that to death.
Yeah.
So what's next?
I got these people. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're actually like Wiccans or something and they're actually doing like a healing ritual or something.
Are they naked?
No, they're just topless. It's a bunch of, I think, guys, and they're holding up strings or rods or something and making a star shape above a giant circle of candles.
Okay.
We're going to use this as our image for summoning demons in a ritual. Just because I couldn't find a better image.
Let me see. A bunch of shirtless dudes holding string over a bunch of burning candles.
Yeah. It just,
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly
normal.
It stood out among all the other pictures, and it just kind of drew me in, if you know what I mean.
The shirtless guys or the ritualistic thing they're doing?
All
right,
I
Phoenix.
don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah, I'm not turned on it by any of it, but
Brian, don't get eaten by demons.
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, that'd be bad. Don't get eaten. Demons aren't going to eat you. They'll eat your soul.
Jason said he's got your back, Tom.
So tell me about a couple demons or something that you can summon easily, or summon in general.
Well, the first one is and these are on Geek.com. They did a list of the best demons to summon.
The best demons to summon.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a few of them. The first one, Bune.
Bune isn't... I know who Bune is. Bune is actually not supposed to be a demon.
No?
No. Bune is... If it's Bune, like the original Bune, it's actually another name for the phoenix. It's supposed to be a bird of fire from the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Not really the underworld, but just like, it does things. It's, if I remember correctly, it's Egyptian.
He might be, and he also looks like a dragon.
Yeah, but he was originally like a bird of fire, and that's where the Phoenix legend came from.
He has 3 heads.
I don't have 3 heads. I know people look at me like I do sometimes.
He has 3 heads. One is a dog, one is a griffin, and the other is just a man.
Your head come out.
Just
like
the
3
man.
heads.
So it's a 3-headed dog, griffin, man person thing. I can't see.
Yeah. Brian said, "Don't summon Phoenix. She might eat all the Oreos," and I'm gonna have to agree. I might eat all of the Oreos.
Yeah, she'll eat all the spaghetti too. so that's Bune.
Well, I mean, even is this the picture of the
No.
Bune? No?
I think this might be the picture of. No, I don't know.
That's not Bune.
No.
When I looked up pictures of Bune, it was just birds of fire.
All right. So another one is Cameo.
Who is Cameo?
Well, Cameo. It's I don't know. He shows up looking like a bird,
Okay.
like a raven or
Okay.
a crow. I don't know what he does. He can make noises. So if you want to hear a barking, I guess he could bark like a dog or meow like a cat or.
So I'm leaning over Tom's shoulder here, and it says he is like the demon who will tell you all about the things past, present, or such about liberal sciences.
Nice.
So like climate
So he's a
change,
professor?
basically.
He's a liberal professor.
So he's gonna tell you about climate change in all the weird ways.
Oh, in gender neutrality and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. And he's from Berkeley, probably. He probably has a class at Berkeley.
A glass of Berkeley?
No, a class. Teaches a class.
At Berkeley?
At Berkeley.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
God, our demon cat is here again.
Yeah.
Chai, the evil.
Let me see. Another one. Oh, Zepar.
Zepar.
Zepper.
I think I've heard of that one before, and it has like something to do with like making women fall in love with people they're not supposed to.
Well, he is he's like a warrior. He's cloaked in red, wearing soldier's armor. So that could be kind of appealing to some people that you like a demon in uniform. But he will make a woman fall in love with a man. He also makes them barren.
So, like, which is good, because we're kind of in a major population crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that'd be actually not bad.
Yeah, not a bad demon to summon.
No.
And let me see
these
here.
are supposed to be, like, real demons from, like,
Yeah.
real things.
Right, exactly. And one of my favorites, though, is Zagan.
Zaggin? You mean, like, Zach Baggins?
No, not Zach Baggins. Well, wait a minute.
Is that
Zach Baggins. Zagan.
Is that the guy that David Oldman's always talking about?
That's the guy from Ghost Adventures, yeah.
Oh.
Now, wait a minute now. I never put 2 and 2 together, but could Zach Baggins be the alter ego or the human form of Zagan?
I see many similarities here.
Oh my gosh. No, okay, that's enough. Let's talk about Zagan. Okay. Now Zagan, or Zach Baggin, or whoever, he's the king.
He's the king, so, well, I mean, for a while, a lot of people were like, Zach Baggins, greatest ghost hunter of all time. Ah!
Oh yes, all hail Zach Baggins.
Look at his booty. Woo!
Wait a second.
No, wait. He's ripping that shirt off again.
Yeah, because he's
I
wrong.
can rip my shirt off.
Well, remember,
Please, no. No.
Yeah.
No.
most ghost hunters are women, and back in his heyday, he had a really nice booty, and he was ripped. Now he's kind of like getting a little bit of a beer belly.
I don't know.
Oh, you mean like your dad?
He's getting the dad bod, yeah.
There we go. So anyway, Zagan would show up, shirtless of course, as a bull with griffin wings. So
that's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. And but griffin wings are just like eagle's wings, so that's not the point. But he can turn wine into water, blood into wine, and water into wine.
So anything that's a liquid can be turned into wine.
Yeah, he can transmutate stuff.
But wait, no. He can turn wine into water.
Blood into wine.
And water into wine. So in turn, that means he can turn blood into water.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, if you're really thirsty, you need some wine, and you got some water, well, he can take care of that for you.
Yeah.
So, hey, not a bad demon to summon.
I mean, if you got blood and that's all you have, he can either turn it into water or wine.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hey, what is it? Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about one more. Vipar.
Vipar. Who is Vipar?
I don't know. One of these top 10 demons
you mean
to summon.
Top 11?
Well, yeah. I think he's number 11, actually. And this is more of your gender parody. He's a dude, but he's like a cross-dresser, I guess. He shows up as a mermaid.
John says hi.
Hey, John.
So he's also...
Which John?
So Vipar is a dude who is also a mermaid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
But sticking a thumb cloud in the eye, he can kill people with petrifying wounds and sores.
Ew.
Worms
breed inside them.
Office corner, here you come.
Oh my god, that's Vipar. So, I don't know what that demon will do for you, but if you're into that kind of stuff, more power to you.
I mean, just make Periscope while you do the whole thing. Or tweet it, or Facebook Live it, or YouTube Live it like we are.
Heck, I'd pay money to see that.
So this guy shows up and he looks like he's
a mermaid.
Mermaid. Not a merman. Mermaid.
So, like a siren or something, but a dude.
He's a dude.
So he doesn't have female breasts.
Well,
he might. It says he shows up as a mermaid. And mermaids, as we know, are like, they're the sirens of the sea.
Yeah.
They lure sailors to their deaths in the rocks, and they take them and drown them and they eat them.
So he would lure probably sailors, and they think, "Oh, I got a hot mermaid."
And really, it's just Vipar.
It's a dude.
It's a dude.
Not good.
Not good.
Not a way to go.
So Jason just said Poseidon was the Atlantic god.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this guy's name here?
Vipar. He's a demon.
He's a demon.
He's not the god. He's not the boss.
Oh, he's Atlantic.
Yeah. I think he's more...
he's not from Georgia.
He could be in the Indian Ocean. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. Anyway, that's Vipar. So, wow.
The ultimate anime trap, as Brian says.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian, for the great analogy, because that is very true.
Now I have a visual, and I can't get it out of my head.
Anime mermaid going up and, luring sailors to their death and turning out to be a dude.
Yeah. God, man.
I was having images of the guy from the Justice League movie.
Anyway, all right. So we talked about demons. What else is on the agenda for tonight?
Well, why not also go ahead and give a call out to... We have flashlights.
And now, if anybody has seen the flashlight test, this is another way to commune with spirits. You take two flashlights, and the ones that work best are the mag type flashlights that you have to screw to turn off and on. And you screw them to the point where they're not quite off and they're not quite on. And then you just sit them someplace. And I just set mine down and it came on automatically, so I'm turning it off a little bit.
I usually start mine on.
But the thing is, you get the twisty turn on off type flashlights, You set it to just the right setting, where even if you shake it, it doesn't turn on unless you really hit it.
Yeah. And so what happens, you have like a couple flashlights. You can't do it with just one. You need a couple. Like you have a silver one and a black one, or a red one and a black one.
2 of different color.
Yeah, different colors. And then as you're trying to talk with a spirit, you can say, hey, you can interact with these flashlights. Just go and touch it if we ask you a question. So say, are you here? Hit the red flashlight for yes, black flashlight for no. And then lo and behold, the red flashlight lights up.
Right. Now, if you don't set it correctly, I think this has only happened a couple times where the flashlights will actually move on you.
Yeah.
If you don't set it up correctly, because they're gonna try to touch the flashlight as much as they can, and if it don't turn on or if it don't turn off, they're gonna do something to the flashlight.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, Raven and I went and did reading at a person home that they said they believed someone was there that was a relative, and I used the flash lights for the reading that I was doing, and I liked starting mine with them on actually, and but we actually set them on something so they could not move, and we were getting answers to specific questions, and when those no questions were being asked, the flashlights either stayed completely on or completely off.
Right. Now, a lot of, ghost hunters that I've had the privilege to ghost
Say
hunt
hi,
with.
Mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mm-hmm. You.
Hi, Mom.
Say hi, Grandma. No,
Hi, Mimi.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you have one mother.
I know. Who's Mom? Anyway, so we had the flashlight sitting around, and what I've noticed with some of our friends that we've ghost hunted with, and the flashlights seem to be all helter-skelter and flashing off and on, and they're not paying attention to questions, and it's not like you're having a conversation with the spirit, although the spirit maybe is just playing games with you, or the flashlights are just acting up. And I don't think any conversation took place at that time.
Right, it's just they're turning on and off on their own type of thing.
But
occasionally,
we've had some conversations where, you ask a control question, the same question, you ask it, a second or third time, and if you get the same response 3 times in a row, that I've seen that happen. I'm going, okay, this cannot be, being a skeptic, that this can't happen. I'm okay with the flashlights flashing off and on at random, and this one and that one, and you ask a no question and it does the yes, and you ask a yes question, it does the no sometimes, or light up both of them. But there have been a few instances where I've seen the flashlights actually work, and it is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain it, how it does that. When you're having this, yes-no conversation going on for 15-20 minutes, and everything is spot on. Even the control questions you ask, you get the same response. Of going, wow.
And a good control questions are how many of there are you, or are you alone, or is there more than one of you? Things like that. It's a little hard to do a number, but usually what ends up happening, if it's a good session, you'll actually get the flashlight to turn on and off a certain amount of times, and if you ask them to do it again, they will do it again, and this way you can count. And so then after you get that number, say 5, you can ask, are there 5 of you here? And it turns on once, it stays on, maybe turns back off.
Yeah. Doesn't
turn back on. You have a good session going.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of ghost hunters will do the flashlights a little bit differently. I personally prefer multiple flashlights, at least 2, maybe 3, all different color. The casings that have all different colors, and sometimes it works out.
Yeah, it's some pretty awesome stuff.
But usually,
and it's nice and simple.
Yeah, it's super simple.
But usually it's all chaotic and it's nothing.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, I think we always determine that they're just flipping on and off with no questions.
Right.
It's just vibrations.
Yep. I mean, a lot of the places you're in, they're old, windy buildings, so they are totally settled, but they're old buildings, so they're gonna move a little bit still.
Exactly. All right, so we talked about summoning spirits. What demons to summon?
No, not to summon.
Not to summon. I mean, if you need to summon a demon, those were some of the ones you could summon.
Yeah,
Especially the guy that dressed up like a mermaid. What could go wrong?
I think like the best ghost or the best one to summon is that one in his heyday. That one.
Yeah. Okay.
Back in the first season when he was picking up snakes.
Yeah, that was funny. We did go to the Idaho Penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. All right. So that's enough of that. I know we have some events coming up pretty soon.
Yep. Definitely got some events coming up.
The first one I know of is next week. A week from tonight.
Oh.
A week from tonight.
A week from tonight. What are we doing?
We're going to be broadcasting live a seance.
A seance.
A seance. With one of our favorite local psychics here in the area, Gregory Nicholas.
Woohoo!
We'll be at the Farnham Manor House. And it's invitation only. So it's limited the number of people are going to be there. And they've invited us to come and share the event so we can share the event with you. We will be there live as it happens.
That's going to be awesome.
The last time we did this a couple years ago, like Phoenix had mentioned earlier, there were people watching that actually thought they saw stuff in the background. And after we replayed the tapes, there was something there. We did see a random light at one point, I remember.
Yeah.
So there was some unique things that happened while we were there that we didn't see, but folks that were watching live actually saw.
The difference is this time, we were not in a place that was haunted.
Right, we were just in a little retail store that had, like, commissionable items that was, like, either paranormal or Wiccan a little bit, but not quite. It was, like, a lot of, like... Pagan.
Oil, stones,
and there was
incense.
also Christian stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely mostly Christian stuff.
At this time, the place we're at is very...
Yeah,
very
the Farnham Manor
awesome.
House, we've been there before. We had bad reception there, so hopefully that won't be an issue. We have a couple of hot spots we'll take with us, and it won't be busy that day, so hopefully their Wi-Fi won't be inundated with people trying to use it, which we think was part of the problem. I did some interviews that didn't show up because we just had bad reception, so hopefully that won't be an issue this time. I think we took care of that. So that's coming up on Halloween night.
And then, like, that weekend...
The following... Oh, yeah, the next Saturday and Sunday, we're making another excursion out to Lake Conneaut, to the Conneaut Hotel, which is haunted. We'll be broadcasting live from a paranormal psychic fair that our good friend Laura's putting on. That we've been there a number of times. And Phoenix and I will be broadcasting throughout the day. Also, we'll walk around the amusement park. That's always fun.
Oh my god, I love that thing.
It's an abandoned amusement park.
That you'll be doing Facebook Live on.
We'll be doing Facebook Live with that.
I'll try not to get kidnapped. Because, it is a very abandoned amusement park.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of surreal. And every time we've been there, it's like, the stuff doesn't change. It seems like it's just been sitting there for years and years and years.
Aside from, like, the minor repainting of some things, and then they're trying to fix up the roller coaster. I think that's the only thing that's really changed, though.
Yeah. So we have those two things coming up. And I don't know if we have anything after that right now, but those are two good events that we're going to be broadcasting live from. It's always fun talking with the people that are going through the psychic fair, the people that are there getting readings.
And then there's just people who are just there at the hotel because it's a hotel.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because they get caught up in it and they're like, this is amazing, this is awesome, this is fun. And that's how we drag in new people into the community.
Yeah. I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my daughter.
I think that's what we got.
I think that's it for the nights.
Oh, no.
No?
This weekend is also Carnegie Library.
Oh, that's right.
We won't be there.
No, we won't be there, unfortunately. The Carnegie Library of Homestead down near Pittsburgh. We've been there a couple times. Always had a great time. The library is pretty haunted.
Oh, yeah, definitely very haunted.
Lots of weird stuff's happened there that we actually have evidence from. Well, evidence, air quotes. Weird stuff has happened there. We've witnessed it. I've witnessed some things that I can't explain.
I actually remembered the other day that I'm pretty sure I saw my first doppelganger while we were there. And it was this one dude. He had bright red hair, and I swear to God, I thought he was at the back of the group. Like, he was just kind of, like, tidying things up and whatnot. And I thought I saw him behind one of the boilers on our way out. I'm like, what the heck are you doing back there? And I called out his name, and he was actually at the front of the pack. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and that's the area I remember they talked about.
People would see things, and they thought it was somebody that they knew.
And it was usually that was somebody with red hair.
Yeah. And it was a spitting image of him. Like, everything was the same, but his face was really blurry. Yeah. And I was really confused, because, like, yo, so-and-so. And he was, like, at the front of the pack. And I'm like, what? And when I turned my head and I looked back, it was gone.
Yeah.
And so I told him all about it. I remember telling him, and he was like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
And if you're still going to haunted houses, where do you want to go?
Bloodview.
And where is that at?
Broadview Heights.
Yes, and there's signs up everywhere, so you can't miss it.
Right.
Yeah, if you go to the Boneyard on Broadview Road and
82,
Royalton Road, you'll see a sign that points in the direction you need to go.
Yeah, it's just past their rec center.
Yeah. The rec center looks really cool. I haven't been yet.
And it's on the left-hand side.
Yep. It's almost hard to miss.
Yep. All right. Ready to wrap things up?
Yeah.
I gotta pay the FCC bill.
Oh, darn.
The opinions and facts expressed on the Skeptic Sanctum may or may not be factual, honest, truthful, or shared with anyone with any common sense. They may also not coincide with the beliefs, moral or otherwise, of the patriotic hosts, the Marxist capitalist co-hosts, the unpaid interns, or management, whomever management is. The Skeptic Sanctum also reserves the right to refuse service if you are not wearing pants. Tax, title, license not included. Offers not valid in the District of Columbia, the Province of Quebec, the Principalities of the Valleys of Andorra, the country of Spain, the state of Michigan, and most parts of western Pennsylvania.
Are you a clean kitty?
I'll give them their monster.